Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel or welcome here if you are new. My name is Manganet and I do videos about all the random things that the world has to offer, most specifically books, but not only. Today's video is however regarding books. So, I have a lot to tell you in this intro, so let's see if I don't forget anything. This is going to be my last reading vlog of the year. Today is the 28th of December 2020, so during 28? No, 29! Manganet, it's the 29th. So today is the 29th of December 2020. So I have today, tomorrow the 30th, and the following day, the 31st, to read this book that I'm about to show you from one end to the other, because I definitely wanna read the entire book this year and have this vlog up for you right in the beginning of the year, which is hopefully when you're watching it right now. This book that I'm gonna be reading came to my mind a few months ago as something that I wanted to read. However, this is not any read. This is going to be a reread. I never reread books. I always think it's a waste of time because there's so many books on my shelves behind me that I really want to read and I want to find out if I like them and I want to discover their characters and their stories and everything. So I always think that rereading books is a waste of time. However, there are a couple of books that I've been wanting to reread for one reason or the other. And I thought what a great idea would be to finish the year, in fact, rereading one of those books. And the book that I'm going to be reading is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, aka the best thriller ever. I read this book for the first time last November, I think. So November 2019, that's when I read it. And you know how this book blew my mind away. I absolutely loved that book, and ever since I've been talking about it non-stop, and I've even made so many of you read this book, and you all every now and then tag me on Instagram or send me a DM and you're saying you read The Turn of the Key and you loved it and oh my god, such a good book, thank you for the recommendation. So here's the idea and the whole concept of this video. I have recommended this book to so many of you, and so many of you have indeed followed that recommendation and came to love that book. The question is, will I love my own recommendation, the book that I keep pushing everyone to read? Will I still love it 1 year later, and I don't know how many dozens of books later and how many thrillers later that I've read since this one? Will this book stand the test of time? I'm so excited. I've been wanting to reread this book for months, and then I had this idea of saving it for the last book of the year and do a special vlog and bring you along the last few days of 2020, and I'm so excited. Last night I also put on my Instagram, Manganet with 2 T's, go follow me if you haven't already. I put one of those things where you can type your answers, and I asked out of curiosity, bear in mind that this book was already chosen months ago and specifically for this vlog weeks ago, but I asked you, what is the book that you associate with me? What is the book that always reminds you of me, Manganet? And I haven't looked at the answers yet, so we're gonna do it right now. Here's the little poll that I asked. We're gonna find out together. I'm gonna swipe up, and here we go. You're gonna see before than I do. I cannot see what it says. But my guess is that everyone will be saying The Turn of the Key. Let's have a look. The Turn of the Key, 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 Turn of the Key. How many is that? 15 of you said this book. So, my dudes, I hope this reading vlog is everything you've been waiting for. However, I'm now noticing there's also people who said 2 or 3 books, and also other people just said other books besides Turn of the Key. So let's find out what else you guys think when you think of me. All of the John Mars one? Good bet, I do love John Mars. Any Colleen Hoover or any Truly Really John Mars. So 2 for John Mars. Lock Every Door, yes. The Chain, All You're Perfect. It Ends With Us. And then the last one that I have that is not The Turn of the Key was The Unhoneymooners, which is another book that I read recently and I loved. Basically, you all think this book is me, and we're about to find out if Manganet 2020 agrees with Manganet 2019. I'm gonna be doing the whole jazz, reading with my eyes, reading with my ears, and It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I still remember the big revelation at the end because it hasn't been that long. And I mean, I've always considered this one of my all-time favorite books, right? So I think about it all the time. And the fact that I do that doesn't allow me to forget the big revelation at the time. So it's not gonna be shocking like it was last time, but I hope it's still gonna be very intriguing and very interesting. Obviously, I don't exactly remember the details of what happened in between, but yes. Also, I want to share with you this. I brought this here to show you and I haven't yet. I went to the supermarket earlier today and they had these white chocolate covered Oreos on sale because they are the Christmas edition, because it says snowy enrobed. Snowy enrobed. It has an asterisk. What does that mean? Covered with a white chocolate flavor coating. Okay, but because they made the box as the Christmas decor one, it's on sale now because it's past Christmas. And I was like, don't mind me if I do. Here they are. The Turn of the Key, chocolate covered Oreos. It's an excellent day. Cheers.
She's the it girl, the one to know. Out of your dreams, she makes it known. She's A-list, but no one knows what I know, what I know. She'll chew you up and spit you out. She'll take your soul without a doubt. She'll break your heart, cause no one knows what I know, what I know. I know what she has to hide. She will cut you deep inside. You should turn it on, cause you don't know what's behind those blue eyes.
I have a confession to make. Since my last update where you saw me reading here on the sofa and then you also saw me stop reading and going on my phone to check a few notifications, I never went back to reading, and that was, I don't know, safely 5 or 6 hours ago. I'm gonna go back to reading now because, like I said, I want to finish this book before the end of the year. This is not divided in chapters, it's in letters, right? So I read maybe like the 6 first letters, from which like the 4 first ones are just one sentence, but it's still great. We're heading in a good direction. So I'm gonna keep reading. I might do a reading session with Lau and Filipa in a few minutes. I don't know, I think they're both still finishing something, but then we might get together and read a bit on Discord or something. But for the time being, I'm gonna read all by myself. Good morning, everyone. I don't know why I'm saying it's good morning, because it's not, it's 2 p.m. I'm failing at Turn of the Key. How can I be failing at Turn of the Key? Today, however, we have released the episode 8 of Vlogs in Bookland, and I've watched 2 of them. I'm missing the last one, which is going to be Filipa's, so I'm going to watch that now while I drink my mug of milk. And I'm going to, of course, devour some of these amazing Oreos that I showed yesterday while I watch Filipa's vlog. And then I'm gonna get ready for the day. Also, I put on this top and it's doing this weird thing here on both sides, so I need to iron it. We're gonna get to that later. Also, we need to fix this situation. But before, Oreos and Filipa's vlog.
Ask myself that books is on a roll. Olá pessoal, e vocês estão mais...
When I close my eyes, I see your face. A memory that doesn't fade away. I wish wish I could remove you from my mind. I wish I could remove you from my mind.
We're matching. Come here.
Come to me. Become one with the entity.
I'm just the worst. It is 3:30 p.m. and I've been in the sofa up until now. I watched Filipa's video, like I said I was going to, and then I don't really have an excuse. Then I just kept watching YouTube. I haven't fixed this situation. I haven't fixed this situation. I haven't read anything. I haven't even made my bed and it's almost dark outside. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna play the audiobook and I'm gonna listen to this while I do my makeup, and you can sit there and watch me do that.
Brought to you by Amy. The turn of the key. I didn't kill anyone.
And I ran away out of all this gray. I just went out. I tried to escape this crazy life, but it just wasn't the right fight. You were right. I feel love from far away. Just tell me where you wanna stay. I'll show you all my devotion. I feel love from far away. Just tell me where you wanna stay. I'll show you all my devotion.
I'm running out of battery, so I'm gonna put the camera charging and I'm gonna take that opportunity to get some reading done. I did advance on the audiobook, so now I'm gonna read with my eyes while the camera charges, and I'll talk to you later, hopefully with a good reading update. I've been here on the sofa reading the book like a good girl that I am. I'm on page 42. I was getting a bit sleepy, so then I went on my phone for a few minutes. Not a long time, just literally a few minutes. And I had a message from Filipa saying that the Goodreads color challenge thing of the year 2021 has been announced. And Ariel, she has a channel, Ariel Bisset, I think that's the name. She's one of the girls that organizes the Booktubeathon that now is called Reading Rush. You know what I'm talking about. For the last 3 years, she's been trying to guess the Goodreads color, and she had this series on her channel on how she gets so invested in that, and she always thinks the color is wrong. And she had announced a few days ago, I don't remember where, maybe on her Instagram, I'm not sure, but I remember seeing somewhere that she got given the opportunity of choosing next year's color. Which is obviously such a silly thing, but then Filipa messaged saying her video is live, so I went to see the video and it's cool. I like the color. She was given 3 colors to choose from the 3 colors. I would have chosen the same one that she did. I'm not gonna say which color it is because I don't want to spoil the Goodreads choice color 2021 challenge. How many books are you gonna read? Whatever. I don't want to spoil it for you. So it's not live on Goodreads yet. I think it comes live January 1st according to her video. I'm not entirely sure on how these things work. But yeah, I would have chosen the same color in case you are wondering what Manganet would have chosen. Look at this. I also grabbed the camera because I need to share these moments with you. These are little victories in my life. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So we all know how adorable and cute Suki is, right? But Suki has the personality of a cat, so she's not very cuddly. She doesn't like being picked up. She doesn't lay in our laps. She does her own thing, and every now and then she likes cuddles and attention, but it's at her own timing and when she wants that and in the way that she wants it. So whenever these little moments happen, I just feel so grateful. She's like, that's my leg. That's my leg. She's all curled up in my leg. Oh my god. Quick update before I go make dinner. I'm on page 56. This is as much as I've read today. It's going quite slowly, but it's going very well. I'm really enjoying the story. We are now approaching the part, well, we already approached. She went for her interview in the weird house, right? She had an interview and she's now spending the first night in that house. So we're getting there, we're getting into the story. So as you can see, 50 pages is as much as it takes to get into the actual story of this book. Now I'm gonna make dinner because it's quite late and I'm hungry, and I think I'm actually gonna listen to the audiobook while I cook, which is something that I used to do a lot in the past, but recently I haven't felt like it. But I want to keep reading this because, you know, this is supposedly my all-time favorite book, so I want to keep reading it. Ice cream with sprinkles and maple syrup because 2020 is happening and 2020 deserves sprinkles and maple syrup, to be honest. I've left the video chat. I was getting so sleepy, so I decided to just come upstairs to bed. However, knowing myself, I'll probably be awake for much longer. It's 12:18 a.m. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my makeup off, have a shower, put my pajamas on, and then I'm gonna lay in bed. And I mean, this is the plan, but chances are I'll just get stuck into YouTube or Instagram or something. But I'll try and listen to a bit more of the audiobook while I like play a game on my phone or something, which is something that recently, well, not recently anymore, but like last week I was loving to do that, playing games while listening to the audiobook, and the last probably week I haven't been doing that. I've just been coming to bed and just wasting my time on Instagram watching reels and things, which is a bit annoying, but I am proud to announce. Oh, look, there's a doggo! Did you see the doggo coming? Oh, you didn't let me know there was a doggo coming. This is my favorite doggo. Hey, you're my favorite doggo. You're my favorite doggo. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. What was I saying? Oh, I'm proud to announce that I have reached the middle of the book. I didn't bring the book. Yeah, I left the book downstairs because there was no way I was gonna actually physically read the book in bed, so I just left it downstairs, brought the headphone. But I reached halfway through, and on the audiobook, you know, it now has that new feature that tells you exactly how long you have left at the speed you are listening to. So let's have a look. I'm listening at the speed 3.5, which is maximum speed on Audible. So at 3.5 speed, I have 1 hour 48 minutes left, which is really exciting, less than 2 hours, and tomorrow is the last day of this such weird year, and I definitely want to finish this before midnight. I want to leave this book in 2020. I don't want to cross the year with The Turn of the Key. I mean, that would be good, probably. But yeah, I want to finish it before midnight so then I can edit this vlog and publish it for you on the 1st or the 2nd, maybe the 3rd of January. We'll see what happens. I also want to tell you that, am I loving this book? I am, But for the emotional part of it, you know what I mean? Because I know I love this book and I know that the revelations that are coming are excellent. But up until now, it does get a bit boring, right? We're in the house, we're following the house, but she's always struggling with the kids, and the kids are really annoying because they just want to rebel against her. So, at the moment, I think this is like a 4-star. Now, ideally, eventually, this would become a 5-star again, and I'll give it 5 stars again. But at the moment, I would rate this a 4-star. I don't remember last time I read it. I remember loving it, but I don't remember if I loved it all the way through or only at the end. But I'll keep you posted and I'll let you know in case my rating changes. And we'll speak tomorrow on the last day of the year. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good morning. I have this horrible habit of recently waking up and staying in bed for ages just on my phone instead of getting up and being productive. So it's now midday, noon, lunchtime, and here I am. I've been awake since 10 a.m. I've been awake. I took Suki to the garden and then came back to bed, and here I've been ever since. I'm gonna get up now and get ready. Last night I ended up not getting any more reading done because me and Josh decided to watch a movie, and that's that. So today I need to finish the whole book. It's half of the book, like an hour and a half on the audiobook. Should be easy. So let's get ready for the day and let's get started. Hello everybody, it's a bunch of hours later. It is 4:45 p.m. So we're running out of time. It's the last day of the year. I'm running out of time to finish my book, and I do have a few things to do around the house, including we just came back from the supermarket. Those are our bags over there. So I need to put all that away, but I think might as well give you a little grocery haul because I did that on my Christmas vlogs. I gave you a grocery haul of what we were having for Christmas. So might as well share with you our New Year's Eve dinner plans. So the theme for our dinner tonight is favorite foods. So we're eating all of our favorite foods from like the frozen section, nothing homemade. So we're eating a bunch of things. I'm gonna put everything on the table and then show it to you and share with you some of the things that I intend to do with that. Also, I need to hang some clothes that are done washing and all that. So I'm gonna pop in my headphones, well, after I show you the table products. But after that, I'm gonna put in my headphones while I put everything away, hang some clothes, and we're gonna carry on reading. And I'm only gonna stop reading once I reach the end of the book. So now let's go have a look at the things we bought for New Year's Eve, Christmas dinner, New Eve's, New Eve's, New Year's, Christmas, no, New Year's Eve dinner. Yeah, okay, let's go. This is everything that we got. I'm gonna start by this corner here, which is things that we didn't get for today specific. It's just things in general. So a bag of salt to refill our box, some lasagna noodles because we don't have these in the supermarket close to us, and we went to one of the big ones today, so we got that. Red Bull for Josh, milk for Josh, 2 milks for myself, some pot noodles that Josh likes to have during the week while he's working, and then some deodorant for Josh and for myself. So those are just general things. Now moving on for the dinner festivities. So we got 4 beers for Josh, and I got some pineapple juice for myself that I like to mix with coconut Bacardi. Then for dinner itself, we're gonna have hot dogs. So we have the buns here, and at the bottom we have some frankfurters. We have garlic bread, some onion rings that you just cook in the oven, super easy, and one of the fancy pizzas, so not the cheap pizzas, the one slightly better than that. It has stuffed crust, although tomato stuffed crust. I don't know if Josh noticed this. Usually we get the cheese stuffed crust one, but whatever. What is this? Sweet honey barbecue salami. Josh chose the pizza. I don't know anything about it. Then for dessert, we have a Dame pie. You can also buy these in IKEA, by the way, if you don't know. Any country in IKEA, you'll have this. This is a chocolate cake with crunchy caramel. It's delicious. We have some lemon cakes, and then some people might think this is a lot. Some others might think it's not enough. So I got 4 big chocolate bars, 2 white chocolate and 2 milk chocolate. Hello, Suki girl. And what I'm going to do with this is that I'm going to dip some strawberries in and some bananas in, and then just leave them in the fridge to sit with the chocolate. It's going to be amazing. We got some popcorn, sweet and salty ones already made for a movie we're going to watch tonight, and some crisps that I might also, some of them I might dip in chocolate as well. And that is it for the Christmas festivities. And then we just got some treats for Suki. We like to try new treats whenever we see them, and a big box of food for her. And that is it. So now, like I said earlier, I'm gonna put my headphones in, listen to my audiobook, put all this away, get the strawberries and the bananas ready to go and sit them in the fridge, and then I'll probably keep reading and I'll talk to you later on to give you any updates or when I finish the book, or I don't know, but I'll talk to you later on. It's a new day, it's a new year, it's 2021. Hello, welcome to the other side. It is 2:20 a.m. January 1st, 2021. I ended up not recording a lot of our New Year's. I mean, I didn't record anything, right? Besides that grocery haul. I don't know what's going on with my voice. What was I gonna say? Oh, yes, I didn't record much because there was not much happening, to be honest. We had those foods that I mentioned earlier. I didn't record them already cooked, but you know, it's very self-explanatory. We had the strawberries that I prepared and bananas with chocolate. I also dipped some crisps in chocolate. I don't remember if I mentioned that already or not. We finished watching the Harry Potter movie that we were watching. Then we had a little break and then we came back downstairs and we watched the Follow Harry Potter movie because we've been just doing a marathon of all the Harry Potter movies. We started on Christmas because we both felt like watching the first Harry Potter on Christmas, and then I wanted to watch all of them, so we've been watching them little by little ever since. The last one that we watched was the Half-Blood Prince, so now we'd only have the 2 Deathly Hallow ones. Very exciting. We might still attempt to watch some of it there on the bedroom TV now when we come to bed. But I really don't know what's going on with my voice. Regarding the book, so I failed. I didn't manage to finish this in 2020. I'm bringing this across the years with me. But I did listen to a bunch of the audiobook while I was cooking dinner, like preparing the strawberries and whatever. But then my headphones ran out of battery, and I still listened to a little bit in with like just the speaker on the phone. But then when I started making more noisy things, I had to stop because otherwise I wouldn't be able to listen, which was a shame. But I still managed to listen quite a bit. This is where I'm at, as you can see, only a tiny bit left, 100 pages to go basically, and on the audiobook it says it's 1 hour and 2 minutes left. I'm now gonna get ready for bed and then attempt to finish the book. And regardless if I finish it today or if, like, I'm gonna finish it today, that's for sure, but regardless if I finish now in this moment in bed or tomorrow during the day, I'm still gonna count it towards the 2020 reads, just to wrap the year nicely. I mean, it's only a little bit left, right? So most of the book was read in that year, so I'm still gonna put it there in the 2020 stats. I'm gonna mark it in Goodreads as finished on the 31st of December. And, you know, it's my game, it's my rules, I do what I want. I was thinking earlier about the story and about what I told you yesterday of maybe this time around this would be a 4. And I'm really enjoying the story, and rereads are not something that I do often. I never do them, in fact. But I'm really liking revisiting the characters. All of them seem so familiar, and when I'm going through the story, it feels like not going back home because this story is not emotional, right? But it has a certain emotional touch revisiting the characters that you already knew how they were and how you're just being reminded of them, and that's very good. Obviously I didn't have that the first time around. The first time around I had all the surprises and the mystery, and this time I'm not having it. And I think that's why I was caught up on the point that I was thinking this was a 4 stars, because it wasn't having as much as an impact on me as it did the first time. But then today I started thinking and realizing that the only reason why it's not having such a big impact is purely because it no longer has the mystery factor added to it. So it's still a very enjoyable book, and I can feel the suspense, and the mystery just doesn't impact me as much, obviously, because I know what happened and I know what these things are. But I can still get the effect of the suspense and the mystery. And so I can perfectly see that if this was my first time reading it, I would be out of my mind with this book. And this time I'm not, because I know what's happening. But I shouldn't take that into consideration because this is a reread and it wouldn't be fair judging the content of the book just because I already read it. So, all that being said, I was just trying to justify why, even though I feel like this is a 4, I will probably still rate it a 5 because I need to put myself in the position, or at least that's the way I see it. Obviously, you make your own rules. In my opinion, I rather put myself in the position of someone who's reading this for the first time, and that someone is me. And if I was reading this the first time, I know me, and I know how these mysterious activities and the scariness and all the suspense, I know that would really impact me, and it did. I mean, you've heard me talk about this book so many times, so it did impact me. So I know it would impact me, and all this just to say that I will probably still give it a 5 stars. But obviously this will be updated whenever I finish the book, and I'll come chat to you a bit more. I have the worst sleeping voice ever. I've always been like this. When I wake up, my voice is just, you can clearly tell I just woke up. I don't know how some people are not like this and they wake up like ready for life. Josh is like that. I wish. Goals. Anyway, last night I ended up not reading a lot because I started falling asleep. I was really tired. It was also very late. It was almost 3 a.m. So I only read 15 pages, but that means I only have this much to read. It's the final countdown, my dudes. We're gonna be finishing The Turn of the Key today for the second time. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna get ready for the day now, and I'll keep you posted. Hello! It's a few hours later, and I have finished The Turn of the Key! So I'm here with my final considerations about this book. What do I have to say? So, like I mentioned before, I obviously know the plot, I know what's going to happen, there's no surprises. So that immediately makes the story slightly less relevant. I don't think I should let that persuade my enjoyment of the book. And reality is, I really enjoyed this book, and I could still feel the build-up, the mystery, and how scary this was all. I was reading it, obviously I knew the ending, but if I ignore that for a second, I could still feel scared of what Rowan was describing, that she was living in the house, all the mysterious noises, the creak steps above her bedroom, the children being weird and mysterious, this teenager daughter that comes back home and all of a sudden she knows all of her secrets and she knows what she's up to and is on a run to take her down. The intensity, it's amazing. And towards the end of this book, it gets only more intense and more mysterious, and it's just excellent. The ending of this book, oh my god, first time I read it, it absolutely blew my mind away, this ending. I was not expecting it. It's one of the best endings I've ever read, and I stay true to that. Even though I knew that this specific ending was coming, when I was rereading it now, I still felt like it was an excellent ending for an excellent story. It was mysterious, it was sad, it was tragic, it was everything you could ever want from a book with this amount of intensity. All this build up, and I think the ending was absolutely up to game for that intensity. Because there's a lot of books that build up, and then the ending is only disappointing. This is not the case. This ending is just, it's amazing. It's one of the best book endings that I've ever read. Despite that I knew already what was happening, I still feel it's amazing, it's excellent. So I'm still maintaining my 5-star rating of this book. There is some things that now reading it a second time, I was definitely more aware and paying more attention, and I could feel like, yes, there is some little hints for a specific mystery here, and throughout the book, that mystery, we do receive a few hints here, a few hints there, and if we were paying super close attention to that, we could have had our mind set towards that revelation towards the end. I'm not talking about the big revelation, but some detail that happens here. And I think that some people that really think about the books and concentrate on the story and the storyline and all that while they're reading, they might have suspected this particular detail to be true, and whenever it gets revealed it might not blow their mind away because they might have been already kind of expecting it. It was not my case when I first read it, because I mentioned this a bunch of times in the past. When I read a book, I'm just enjoying the story. I'm not on a mission to try and understand all the plot twists and see everything coming. I try not to think about it because I do enjoy being surprised by the plot twists and the turns that a book takes. So when I first read this, I absolutely didn't see that coming, but now upon a reread, I totally see that if you are paying attention, you see that little detail coming. There's hints here and there, and that's what I have to say. But the first time I read it, I didn't see it coming, and so when that got revealed, it blew my mind. I was so surprised, and everything gets revealed towards the ending. I like how nice and neat everything gets tied up in a bow. Some people hate that in thrillers. They like the mystery to be in the air, and there is still some mystery that stays in the air at the end of this story, but most things get explained, why they happen, who did them, how they happened, and I do enjoy that in a story, especially in a thriller. I like knowing like the back scenes of the things that we saw coming in the book. I like understanding how they happened and not let everything to my mind and for me to figure it out, because I like the feeling of thinking that a story does make sense and that the author put some effort in to tie everything together and to not leave any loose ends. And while I was rereading this, I was trying to be more critical about the book, because obviously I knew the storyline already, so I was trying to look at it in a more critical way, as in trying to find any plot mistakes, any story holes, any parts of the story where it got boring. I was just trying to be more critical and not as much as in love with the story as I was the first time around. And to be honest, yes, in the middle it got slightly boring. I already mentioned that towards the middle I was even inclined to give it a 4 stars instead of a 5, but that might be just because I knew what was happening. But the story itself, everything makes sense, everything is explained. I myself didn't find any story holes. There might be some, I didn't find them. Yes, I was paying attention to the details, but I was not crazy obsessed over it. So maybe there is something that doesn't make sense or something that didn't get totally explained. But as far as my reading went, I found an explanation for every single thing that happened towards the book. It's a story that makes sense. It's a story that is somehow plausible. It could perhaps happen in real life, and it's excellent. The ending is amazing, and this did stand the test of time, definitely. I read it 1 year after I read it the first time, and the fact that I already knew the mystery didn't take the enjoyment away from me. It was great to see these characters again and to hear their story again, and I loved it. It's still a solid 5 stars for me, and it's definitely still one of my all-time favorite books. So here I am, once again, telling you, if you haven't read The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, please do so. It's an amazing book. And I've spoke so many times about this book throughout 2020 that I don't know what else I can add to it. You know I love this book. I have read it again, and I have proven the point that I still love this book. So take my recommendation as you wish, but please read it, please read it. And as always, if you read this book or any of the books that I recommend strongly to you, but in this case specifically this one, because this is what we're talking about, if you do read this book, please let me know. Tag me on Instagram, send me a DM. The great majority, you guys love this book, and it makes me so happy knowing that I'm recommending something that is being appreciated. But obviously it's not a 100% statistics, right? So even if you read it and you don't love it, still let me know. I like seeing you guys reading books out of my own recommendations, but obviously I'll be cheering up and I'll be hoping you love this book as much as I do, and hoping that it becomes one of your all-time favorite thrillers. Even if not one of your all-time favorite books, one of your all-time favorite thrillers. So that is it for the end of this vlog. Thank you for keeping me company for the last 3-4 days, for crossing the years with me, and I hope you had fun watching me reread this amazing book. Give it a try, like I said, and don't forget to like, subscribe the channel, ring the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload something new, and I'll see you very soon here on the channel with another video. Bye!